crossing the Snake River Bridge south of town, and we're heading down south of the valley to the Star Valley area. Gives us an idea on this drive of the change of lifestyle, the change of pace, and just some different aspects of traveling through the Jackson Hole area. We're going to be heading down through Hoback. We're going to be going to Alpine, down through Thayne and Bedford, and so it's a much more rural lifestyle, and that's where we're going to be going to do a review of a home that's on 40 acres, and really excited to check it out, but also share that with you in the future. So yes, I think we have a very tall weekend. The Hoback roundabout, where you can go between Alpine or head down towards Sublette County and Pinedale. Here we're heading down to Lincoln County, just about to head over the Snake River Bridge again. Heading into the Hoback Canyon. This area was originally used a lot for the Native Americans traveling between up the Snake River from Alpine to Jackson. Obviously wasn't called those then. And now it's a major thoroughfare for workers and access to the Great Snake River, which is just on our left here. There's lots of whitewater rafting, tons of fishing, and a lot of recreation. And down here also is the Astoria Hot Springs, that originally was just a natural hot springs, and then it's been developed into a resort area right next to the Snake River Sporting Club. The new bridge at Astoria Hot Springs was actually hit by a truck, and they had to rebuild it. But yeah, that's the development over here, right on the Snake River with the Astoria Hot Springs. There's also the entry to the Snake River Sporting Club, a great luxury lifestyle area that has not only golf, but fishing and other outdoor activities for their members. You'll notice there's still some snow up on the mountains. Well, from the Astoria area and Snake River Sporting Club, there's helicopter skiing that's based out of there, and you can go hit the Snake River Range for some turns in the winter. Well, and now that we're heading through Alpine, we just picked up our Alpine professional and expert, Sam Haack, who lives in the area. He's going to tell us a little bit about it.
I love living down here in Alpine, Wyoming. It's unique to any other market we work in because of the Palisades Reservoir. There's boating, wake surfing, great fishing, and the Snake River, the Hoback River, the Salt River, they all combine up here to give some amazing world-class fly fishing, recreation, and the population is a lot lower down here than Jackson, so it feels like you have it all to yourself.
And we were talking about the value that you can have down here. It's 40 minutes away from the town of Jackson, just up the canyon. You don't have to go over any mountain passes. You're coming up along the creek or the Snake River. But give us an idea on why people live here, what kind of value that they can get, and the lifestyle as well.
Yeah, Alpine has been the favorite secondary market to Jackson for a while if you're not a skier, and that's the most important distinction. If you want skiing and a more affordable market, you'll probably want to be in Victor or Driggs because they have Grand Targhee over there. We don't have a ski resort in Alpine, but we do have backcountry opportunities as well as snowmobile trails and cross-country skiing trails. But you can just get a lot for your money down here and continue to save on income tax because you're still in Wyoming. No income tax, no corporate income tax. And there's just a really family-oriented feel down here. People want a little more elbow room and a little quieter pace of life, getting more for their money.
Yeah. I mean, when you're downstream, you have a little bit more relaxation. You can get more acreage down here. And there are some really new developments. You have the Salt River Cove area, and what was the other one, Sam? Trails?
Yeah, Trail Ridge.
Trail
There's
Ridge,
Salt River Ranch even further down between Thayne and Afton. And Star Valley here has, 5 or 6 different towns to choose from, all with different vibes, all with different price ranges. And the further south you get, it's generally less expensive because of the proximity from Jackson.
And we're heading south. And the 3 rivers that do come through the area are the Snake River, the Grays River, and the Salt River, all that combine down here in the Alpine and Star Valley area.
Yeah, I said the wrong one about the Hoback. That joins up at Hoback Junction.
Hoback Junction.
Closer to Jackson. And also this highway we're on right now was expanded a couple of years ago. It was a multi-year project, and it ends here at Etna and goes back to 2-lane, but in 2028 they're going to expand it to 4 lanes and a middle turn lane. And working with some of my clients right now to understand the impact of that on their highway frontage property and how the highway department will compensate them for the land, because they're really trying to get ahead of the growth here. They know it's rising in population and popularity, and they're getting ahead of it before it gets too cramped and too crowded.
Yeah, unlike a lot of other communities that wait till after, they'll need to put moratoriums on building, or they're like, oh my gosh, we need more infrastructure. The Star Valley area is really thinking ahead with regards to what their needs are, the population that's expected to come down here, and so forth. So with regards to highways, plumbing, infrastructure, things like that, they're getting ahead of the game for sure.
Yeah, Teton Valley, Idaho is still a 2-lane highway, Highway 33, up and down, north-south to connect all of their towns over there, and they're also experiencing overcapacity for the wastewater system. So that's an example of approving too many building permits without the foresight of infrastructure. And we're just lucky here in Wyoming. We have good administrators, county administrators, and town administrators, as well as amazing funding from the state to do these projects proactively.
Yeah. Gotta love it. So we're in Etna right now and heading down Star Valley, and we'll be approaching Star Valley Ranches. Here's some of the locals that are down here as well. But the Star Valley Ranches is another development between here and Thayne that has a lot of residential. There's a huge RV area as well as homes. Sam, what do you got to say about Star Valley Ranches?
They are roughly half-acre lots throughout the whole subdivision, and it's a much more affordable option with higher density, so a neighborhood feel and tons of amenities. If you want golf, tennis, pickleball, playgrounds, restaurant, pizza, pool, all that kind of stuff for more kids or summertime fun, Star Valley Ranch is the place to do it if you're not as much of a hardcore angler, mountain biker, dirt biker, that kind of thing, that you can do for free in the rest of the valley.
And in Star Valley Ranch, on those half-acre lots, a lot of them are seasonal, right, Sam? Where they're here for the spring, summer, and fall, and then they're not here in the winter. But there are residences that surround that Star Valley Ranch subdivision that are full-time residents. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, it's like 50-50 full-time residents and snowbirds, and it's become actually more popular as a commuter community all the way to Jackson because of the affordability in Star Valley Ranch. You can get a home in there for $450,000, $550,000 and enjoy all those amenities for a super low HOA fee of like $350 a year. 2 golf courses. It's pretty awesome. Here's my billboard up here on the left for one of my highway properties that I sold, and
that's awesome.
They're renovating this whole home that may be torn down after the highway expansion.
Right, and that's the thing too. Right now, it's a great day. The fog hasn't lifted. You really don't see the surrounding area, but we are in a beautiful valley, obviously with a river running through it for fishing, but then also the access to the mountains in and around where we're looking. The Wolf Den, love that place.